Is it me or is the Jace the Mind Sculptor have like no pants in the special art? Like is he just letting it all just anyways, we're gonna be playing Jace the Mind Sculptor. It's a mono blue commander. I'm not super big on mono blue commanders that aren't like Brawl, Tameo, and stuff like that. This is 4 mana, so you have to have a window to cast this, and then you have to like defend it. But it's obviously an extremely powerful card if you get to do all of that. And I have a Mythic now. Mythic Wild card. I kind of wanted to play this at some point. This might be able to break that mold. I'm sure I'm going to start with Mana Rocks, but I almost don't want to, because if I don't have Mana Rocks in my deck, right, then we can sort of play a game that's a lot better outside of Jace, and that's probably the right thing to do, because again, it's not like Brawl or anything. It's not, what's that new Illuge, the weird 4/4 that enters and gives your islands nonsense. Or island count size usually starts as a 4/4, but this seems pretty cool. If you don't know what Jace does, I mean, maybe newer to Magic, I suppose. 4 mana, 3 loyalty. Its plus is a Fate Seal. Its 0 is a Brainstorm. Its minus is an Unsummon, and then its ultimate kind of just wins the game. It's not super crucial that you get to the ultimate because the plus is not really that great, and as time goes on, top decks are stronger than they've ever been, especially in a singleton 100 card format. It's a little swingy to simply just scry 1 on your opponent's deck. You're usually just going to Brainstorm spam, and that is very strong, right? That's extremely strong. So I envision that's what this is going to do, but maybe in some weird game, the +2 a bunch of times into the ultimate might get there. It just probably not. The Unsummon does have a significant amount of value, so let's see what the Jace deck looks like, shall we? Okay, so we have all the Frogify effects, right? We have a fair amount of gain control of things, because that actually seems alright here. And then obviously a bajillion 2-mana cards instead of a bunch of mana rocks, which does mean this probably won't come into play turn 3 literally ever, but that's probably fine. It also means it likely won't come into play on turn 4 either, because again, tapping out completely does not seem realistic, but we'll see. Yep, we'll see. Yeah, people really like Staff of Completion. I don't. I kind of don't care about it that much. It's not bad, I just don't, I'm not sold on it. Like, I didn't even think to put it in this deck. I'm sure I could make a spot for it. Like, maybe it's better than Palantir, and, you know, something like that. Can see it. Alright, well, we probably just lost, because everything I do is, can't work. That is a phenomenal green-red opener. Probably the best thing you could do. I'm gonna bounce this thing, and then just pass. I could Whirlwind Denial this, but I don't want to Whirlwind Denial the looting. They only got rid of 1 card. So with Jace being cast, it doesn't instantly die to Roxanne. And I suppose I will Brainstorm? Actually, you know what? Let's make it so they can't cast Roxanne, I guess. I don't know. My opponent appears to have the Flare in their hand. The green Flare. Or the green, what's it called? The double naturalize. I don't know the name of it. Yeah, I like Drowning Ichor. It's an alright one. It's just for the most part, it's not. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I need to hit a land more than anything, so... Let's put back probably... like that. I can play Palantir and scry away the land. So, like this. I don't know how I'm beating Roxanne, like, ever. It kills Jace, too, and it's literally uncounterable, so I don't really know what to do. I can steal Roxanne? Technically? I can steal it? And then I don't know what to do after that, so... Yeah, you need more than one thing to proliferate, in my opinion. Otherwise, I really have no interest in playing staff. Just don't see the appeal. Okay, so I have... This costs 4. I can do it X for 1. And it's just always going here. So... And then do nothing. Chemist's Insight is an interesting one to just mill over, so I'll just keep that on top, so my opponent probably mills it over. Yep. Tamiyo super... Yeah, Tamiyo is... Well, Tamiyo has green, so you could just proliferate through like 5 different cards. Okay, I can stack the top of my... No, I can't. I cannot do that. Opponent steals nothing and not really anything of consequence. Okay. But Atali exists, so... Am I missing something, or could they have... No, they couldn't have. Okay. Brain Surge. We like options. So that was a very good sequence of draws, I think. Let's put that away because I'm not casting it, and that away. And do that. Play this. I can swing with Roxanne. Kill the Reflection. I don't care about Delighted Halfling. And then make Atali not exist. And pass turn. That is a lot of damage from the Palantir, so let's see if they just take it. They did? They went to 2? Okay. Oh, no. Oh, my. Oh, hey, Roxanne's about to kill you. Isn't that funny? It was a Force of Vigor. I was correct. It was a Force of Vigor. Alright, we win. We literally win. They can't stop the Roxanne attack. It's done. The game's over. Yes. Oh, killing my opponent with their own Roxanne. Get schmeeded. Got a bunch at the same time. Hey, it's Roxanne again. Alright. Oh, this time it's a brony, too. Oh. Oh, we get the double whammy? The double whammy, chat? Oh, they have the 1-mana mana dork, too? Oh, jeez. So, there's a good chance I mana drain quite literally anything. Oh, this feels like I'm just overdue for this. So I'll probably wind up looking for a land with Lauren revealed. Preferably not in... I don't think I need the tap land. I'm just not going to be dumb about that. Get wrecked! Get wrecked! Yes! Oh, we're doing it! We're doing it! Stupid mana dorks. Oh, yes. 2-0. Both Roxanne. You know what? Keep the Roxannes coming. Just keep sending them. Yep. The algorithm knows. Yep. There was a game where someone took like 25 off the Palantir out of nowhere. I remember. Alright, unfortunately, Emoti cascades every time you cast them, so it's a lot harder to do stuff. Alright, alright. Surely this is my list. Surely it's... Alright, alright. We're at the furry convention now. We're both playing furries. Who's raunchier? Probably this one because it's like black. Alright, so this... Oh look, it's a mana rock. It's almost like you have to play Liliana on turn 3 every game. Surely this is my list. Surely. Come on, send it, send it, send it, send it, send it. No! Oh wait, it's 4 mana. Never mind, I win. Alright, what do we do with all this mana? What do we do with all this mana, chat? Do we just run this out and laugh? No, that's probably actually not a good idea. Let's just do this. It's probably a good idea to find something to do with this colorless mana. I did not really do that. Let's put these away. And, yeah, I can't use the mana. I'm just gonna spend mana if I can't use it. Alright. It was not a lol I win mana train, but it's still, like, extremely good. This is a window where casting your Planeswalker might be ideal, because I'm tapped out. Alright, and this works out because I can bounce it, and I don't really care about them getting swamps. Yeah, we're just going to bounce it and then just play the dumb Jace game, shall we? Could also bounce it on their end step. Oh, okay. Sure. So, looks like we're just going to take time to bounce that with Jace instead. And probably just return this now and then pass. Alright, they can't cast both, obviously. Man, this is great. I'm actually casting... Well, I mean... different reasons for that, but... Maybe I wanted to use Lofty Denial, actually. Oh, no, I couldn't. I could not use it. Never mind. Couldn't use it if I wanted to. Alright, well, I'm just going to make my opponent feel bad and put that to the bottom. Oh, wait. Oh, I messed up. Oh, chat, I messed up. I messed up, chat. I'm sorry. I jacked it up. I messed up big time. Alright. Whoops. I wanted to say never mind, I have to brainstorm because I need mana. But I ended up not doing that. So... yeah, we're still going to counter this. I really wanted to... yeah, alright, that's my bad. I want to do this. I tried to hit cancel and I ended up just not doing that. Put that away, put this away... So do I play Brawl? Probably not. I envision removal and it would feel really bad to get hit by removal. So, I guess not. I can deal with this. I can even steal this. I can even steal that. That's a little insane to me, but alright. Just don't picture that making sense. I feel like I would just never do this, but okay. I can't gain control of it. There is an argument that I can beat the ultimate on it, right? It's certainly a possibility. Probably want to shuffle those away. Maybe I can just leave myself the option to shuffle it away. Okay. It depends what my opponent does. Yeah, I have mass manipulation. That's how I won against the first Roxanne deck. Alright, Jace down. So, I probably want Hullbreaker, but I stacked them wrong, unfortunately. Still think I need to play it, so I'll play this, and then Brawl. I think Hullbreaker is just an out to this Liliana ultimate. So. I might not even have time between the Hullbreaker because it goes to 6. Maybe, I don't know. They already have 8 mana, so I don't even know why I'm concerned exactly about the Liliana ultimate. That actually only has 1 card to hit. And I can discard that card, but that's probably best not to. Alright, how do I vote with this? How does this work? Someone remind me. Starting with you, each player votes time or money. For each time, you get an extra turn. For money... Okay, so your opponent... I'm trying to think if I can steal Liliana. Wait, don't I loot because of this? I do. I kind of like my whole hand, but, you know, always loot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Alright, so they do get the ultimate already. There is nothing I can do about this, right? There's nothing I can do about this. So I can't steal Liliana, but they have to be careful. They still cannot cast something giant, and they only have 2 cards left, so... They have to have something big, and it has to, like, matter. That doesn't just lose to invoke the winds. That certainly isn't it. Okay. I'm going to loot away Invoke the Winds, I think. Because they just, yeah. Alright, not really what I wanted to see there, but it is what it is. Okay, so I can replay Jace and then do kind of nothing. Or do I just leave up Hullbreaker Horror? It's probably better to do this. My opponent has 1 card in hand. I can even manipulate my opponent's deck, but no. We're going to look for a counterspell, I think. Well, Negate's not universal, but if it is a creature, I suppose I'm not too concerned, unless it has, like, immediate uh-oh-ness, like Gristlebrand. Proceeds to scoop. Yeah. Alright, that doesn't immediately win, so I guess I'll just let it slide. If it doesn't just... If I don't have to negate it, I probably can't take the time to try to negate it. So. Because they could just have something else that just makes me lose. Yawgmoth is not that thing. Alright, so we're gonna send this. I'm gonna vote time. And then I assume they vote money and I steal the black market? Oh, they voted time too? Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so... Sure. I have an extra turn after this one. So I can flip this. I can play this and leave up negate. So I'll play this. I can even Phantasmal Image this. Although that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Palantir is pretty interesting. Let's play this, actually. I can't believe they voted time. It's pretty difficult to survive 2 extra turns from somebody, but who knows? They want to proliferate spam? Is that what's going on? Okay, I don't really know why. Don't really get that. Not sure what that did. Did they forget I had an additional turn, or like... I don't know. Maybe they did. Okay, I will cast this and kill their whole board. Pick up literally anything. Mana Drain. And I can Phantasmal Image right now, but I don't believe there's much reason to, so I just won't. I don't think there's a reason. I'll keep those on top so my opponent mills nothing. Oh, they just drew it. Okay, I'll take the land, I guess. Let me draw. Sure. So, I don't really care about Yawgmoth. I'll probably negate the black market. I don't really care about this. Okay, we let it resolve and I tails in the activation, so my Hullbreaker survives. Okay, I don't want to deal with this though. That's more of a problem. They can just recast Liliana. There's no really bouncing anything because they have Omniscience. But I can Tails End it, so they can't kill my Hullbreaker. Oh, they can cast it again, though. They can cast it again. They can just cast it again. Okay. Never mind. It's just gonna die. They can cast it like 15 times. There's no, like, negate Tails End spamming to keep this from existing. But I suppose because there's not much else to do with my counterspells, I'll at least send it. They can't cast it again this turn, at least. Oh, yes they can, can't they? No, they only have 12. They need more. I'm going to let that resolve, I think. I feel very not threatened by this card, so... So let's Phantasmal Image this. And pick up Seek. Hold Control. Let that resolve. Yep. Oh, did I do this backwards? I did do it backwards. Oh my goodness, I did. I should have cast my Seek New Knowledge first. I'm sorry. That was obviously what I was trying to do. Okay, so... I see not... Okay, at this point, because my opponent's out of cards, why well, just start manipulating the top of their deck. Put that card on the bottom? No, they can keep Languish. And then... It's probably free to just brainstorm here. Alright, my opponent still wants to play this game out, so I can respect it, I guess. Tried to seek old knowledge? Yeah. That's goofy. Alright, I guess I'll just, I might be able to actually counterspell this so they can't cast it again, which is hilarious because they have 4 times as many swamps as it appears. It's actually kind of funny. Yep, I could just actually counterspam Liliana with 400 mana. Cast the language, come on. You know you want to. Yeah, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so can someone explain to me why... Oh, opponent, you're done now? Yeah, so at this point my opponent has no cards in hand, and I can just manipulate the top of their deck. And in top deck mode, it's a lot different than if they had like 3 cards in hand. And my hand is so good I probably don't have to keep like brainstorming. It really depends, who knows. But can someone explain to me why my Phantasmal Image and Siphoner went to my library? But yeah, I would probably run that instead if I was going to choose between the two. Okay, Sorin is weird. Sorin is weird, especially on the draw. Oh, well, I don't know. I went to go say hello to crack my fetch land as if those two things were synonymous. So there's no way I mean I'm just forced to leave out the best card of my deck, right? Until I use it. Just really nothing to say about that. Okay, so they get some free Sanguine Bonds, I guess. I did say countering creatures is important. I did. But I want universal counters. You gotta read between the lines. The inner workings of my mind are an enigma. In what world do I not cast this? And I suppose getting rid of this is fine. It's Beasley indeed. What are you doing in here, Twiz? Shouldn't you be raid prepping? Shouldn't you be prepping for raid? Where are my potions? Where are my flasks? Oh, right. You're in Florida. And Florida exploded. Never mind. I can still yell at you, though. I'll find a reason. Okay, well, my opponent gave me this option, and I suppose I will, in fact, take it, which is just to bounce this. Does this come in untapped? It does? Alright. Enjoy my second mana drain, I guess. I'll play Brawl here. Because funny. And then do nothing. Okay. Okay. Little unfortunate that I can't deal with that. So, lose Jace, leave up a bunch of stuff. 4-1 indeed. This preacher might solo me, though. You know what else I think I want? I probably want the Delve cards. Might want to be looking into that. Probably mana drain anything. So... This also lets me recast Jace. I don't know if my opponent was aiming for that as an outcome. Alright, they didn't do anything. I guess I'll just draw. Eden Pipe Piranhas is exactly what I needed here. So, I'm not sure what the leaving up the mana is for my opponent. Do I play Thing in the Ice here? I don't think I do. I believe it will simply just die, anyways. What does this do? I don't care about this at all. Okay. Are you just going to swing at me with 2 for the whole game? You're going to need to do a lot more than that. Yeah, that's just not going to do anything. I'm actually surprised they even went for that. Let's draw here. I almost in a position to just get rid of River's Rebuke, actually. I think I will? It's kind of nuts. No, we can get rid of Thing in the Ice. Let's be real. Thing in the Ice is not going to do anything. My opponent has infinite removal. It will not do anything. I mean, you have to make me cast my counter spells. You can't just ignore me. Okay. At least we don't ever care that this gets, like, killed by something. My opponent moused over my graveyard. Maybe there's a exile, whatever you call it, cling to dust. I don't think mana drain's the right take here, so it's looking like it probably won't matter. Okay. Interesting. That's a little unusual. So, Jace Brainstorm, or just sit here and do nothing? I like that. I like doing nothing. Doing nothing is fun. I'm almost surprised to see this, but sure. There's no trigger when that gets shuffled in, which feels weird. Like, it just shuffles itself in without using the stack. That seems, a little broken. Like, completely and utterly broken. Actually kind of surprised they cast that. Alright, that was a really good draw. That was a really good draw. You sitting pretty right now? I don't think so. I'm running out of counter spells. Name more cards than I do. I don't think I'm sitting pretty at all. But it does not have any way to swing fast, right? It's just sitting there. Okay. Because I only have one counter spell, I'd rather commit my frogs to it. This should lose lifelink. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, it does lose lifelink because of the order in which those were applied. Alright, Spell Pierce wasn't doing anything anyways. Okay. Feeling better about my spot. Still no reason to cast Jace. Now we might be sitting pretty. Now we might be alright. Wow, my opponent's just doing nothing. That's, again, kind of obscene to me, to just do nothing here. Seems kind of insane. Do I just activate this now, or do we hold up mana? Funny. Let's just be funny. Light of Hope. Okay, not the one we were looking for, but you know what? It's the one we got. You knew all along? Well, I mean, I don't know. Okay, that's not good. Does this do anything? Nope. Alright. How are you not taking the wash away? Bro, there you go. They played that in the face of my Light of Hope. That's very weird. That is incredibly strange. You got it. Alright. Come on, Tome. Give me the dumb. Ponder fills that criteria. Free Ponder. Siphoner, Kiora, land. Yeah, right? Yeah. Shuffle? No. Hello. Hello, Siphoner. How you doing? Well, I mean, that logic would apply the other way around as well. I have a card that they don't want me to blow up, like Naturalize. They know about a Naturalize, so... Okay, so I definitely don't care about that. Although I do lose the Kiora Vestas E-Gods, but oh well. Is my opponent trying to actually kill me with just this 2-2? Is that what they're, like, trying to do here? Is that, like, their goal? Does that work? I don't think that works. Maybe it does? I feel like it really doesn't. Okay. I really need to deal with that, so... My opponent's hand is all removal. Okay, that's hilarious. So, Jace... No, I don't want a Jace yet, actually. I do not want a Jace yet. Let's just do this. See what happens. I have turns to burn just, like, stabilizing and doing other nonsense. I can also play Expropriate and probably win that way, so... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. That's a lot of removal. They just have to name money and kill the preacher. That's all they have to do here. Okay, they don't do that. Oh wait, excuse me, they do that. I'm done. So now we have a Jace. And my opponent has one card I don't know about, but I did not draw a land. I think I'm going to harass my opponent's library. Cling to Dust is actually kind of annoying. Cling to Dust is a lot of cards, so let's put that to the bottom. That actually can do things that I'd rather it not be able to do. And we leave up Flare. Sure. We're okay with this, right? Are we alright with this? We're totally fine with this. Yeah, what are we talking about? We're okay. Alright, they drew a land. They let their commander go to the great... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, did they just put it to their command zone? Yep. It's just right to not care about Jace there, because if they have a top deck that I can't answer that I really had to, that's how I lose, right? That's your window. Whole different series of ways here. I would love to windmill slam this Rhystic Study. I really want to. And if it gets countered, well, you know what? It got countered. If it gets mana drained, I think I lose? I think I lose if it's mana drain. If it's not, well, you know, maybe the game goes on. Well, it would be completely delusional to try to cast my commander, I think. I could force it, like just play Jace and then just play Stasis Field when they cast a Luge. Do I just force it? No, I'm not interested in that. Opponent missed a land drop. That is very, very, very good for us. Do we Lorien Revealed? I really don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, you're out of your mind to go to cast a luge, so I don't know what this crack is. Playing around Stifle or something? Always want to hit your land drops. I'm just gonna do this. Maybe I could have waited, actually. Could have just waited. What? Okay. But you could have stifled my fetch land. Huh. That sure is a line. I forgot to put in the delve cards. Oops. Forgot to put in the delve cards. Man, this is my favorite kind of Magic, and I'm happy I'm playing this game right now. This is my kind of Magic right here. Granted, my opponent's playing obscenely slow. There you go. So, nope. No moves. Not sure when our window shows up. They get rid of dive down. Okay. Okay, well, now I'm the one missing lands. Sounds about right. Probably just bounce something with Blink of an Eye. Okay, lands. Need you lands. What's going on there, lands? Are you serious? Jace, disdainful stroke, lose the game. There, da da da. Yeah, alright, that's how I lose. I suppose 3 steps ahead is what I cast, and not the Archmage's Charm? I don't know which one. That's kind of insane to me, but sure. I think this is completely insane. I'm not down with this. That's kind of unbelievable. I mean, you're not I don't know what's happening. Okay. Let's get rid of probably the thing that tries to steal stuff. I think my opponent does not have a counterspell, because that's snap resolved. And even if they counter this, I can fight back. Or, like, do something. Which is rather exceptional, so... So, what does my opponent do now? I can't believe they went for it. That's insane. They didn't even wait a turn with the Mana Rock. They just, like, sent it. Wow. Okay. I'm not going to... Actually, maybe I should. No. If I make a move and then they hose me, I'm going to feel stupid, so... No brainstorm value that time, but I am totally alright with that. Let's get rid of you and you. Let's actually crack this now. Because again, I don't want to like crack my land and they have like a spell that gets in the way. And Commandeer is actually very good here. I don't believe I can play the other Jace. There's probably no reason. Sitting on the back of this Jace might just be broken. 5, I'd have 3 left over. I don't see how I'm just not in a losing position. Why would I want to change that? Why would I ever want to change that? This is the most commandeering of commandeer hands. This is true. Let's sort by mana value. Solve the equation. I have no idea what this could get. I don't believe there's any uncounterable instants and sorceries. Okay, let's just, let's commandeer that. Get rid of you and make disappear? Yeah, this seems hilarious. I'm gonna do that. My opponent has to fight over their own spell now. Oh, I love this. This is great. Rewind. No. Thanks for the solve equation. Alright, what do we get? Expropriate? Are we just cyberbullying this Flage deck? Illuge deck, I mean? Is this how it feels to chew 5 gum? Stimulate your senses? Land is fine. Let's make our opponent's top decks worse, because we have put to the bottom. No, you can keep that. All right, there we go. Oh man, this is a great place to be. This is an excellent spot, I think. Just how Mark Rosewater intended. Yeah, that's a. Oh man, that was a good game. It's just Avacyn sitting there. You got it. That's cool. Opponent's playing Avacyn. I like this. I'm kind of hoping to hit Mana Rocks. I would love to see Mana Rocks and not a bunch of creatures. Alright. Well, it's literally one of the best creatures in the game. That's a little unfortunate. It is one of the best creatures in the game that apparently isn't doing anything. Huh. Okay. I would never play Jace next turn anyway. I'm not playing Jace for a while, so I wouldn't fight over this. Maze Mind's Tome. Alright, I certainly don't want them to cast things. No land, no play. Unbelievable. Mono removal? Is there a flash creature? What's going on? Of course there is. Eventually I'll have to deal with the board. And that eventually is coming. Just don't know when I can have a window to River's Rebuke. I don't think that window is this turn, so... Wow, that's a bold move. Okay. That was actually a pretty good draw. Okay. That was a really good draw, actually. Alright, I think we can take one for a while here. Iron Craig. No. Why don't you recast that? Why don't you play that next turn? So, Hullbreaker Horror is good. I know my opponent's turn is Iron Crag and probably nothing after, so we can just launch out this Hullbreaker. I think they have a removal spell, though. And, I mean, so be it if they do. Oh, maybe not. Wow, look at that. Brawl seems very good, though, I guess, at least. Oh, maybe not. Of course not. Stern Scolding, I suppose I want that card. Man, if I had Brainstorm right now... I mean, Ristic Study. If I just had that card, I'd be so happy. Alright, well, until I run out of land drops, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, my opponent just has Cavernous Souls, and literally nothing matters. Yay! Alright, well, at least I can get rid of it before it does anything. Let's get rid of these two. Like that. And pass. Alright, I need you to have nothing really stupid right now. That, I think, is a good sign. We'll see. What, are you gonna stifle this? Oh, okay. Well, I don't have the mana for those. Let's get rid of the expensive stuff, I guess. Can I play this? Should I play it? Okay. I think that's alright. Alright, so this probably gets... I have no idea, actually. I have no idea. Watcher in the Water list. I see. I don't even know what that is. Looks like our opponent doesn't know what to get either. I literally have no idea what to do here. Solve the equation is a lot of options. Okay, I guess that makes sense. It creates a token of a creature you control, so they're gonna just copy their commander? While also leaving up a counterspell? So Hullbreaker doesn't come with a trigger on its own, unfortunately. In this exact spot, I think I should Brainstorm. Or maybe I Brain Surge. I'm gonna Brain Surge here. We're gonna put away 2 lands. And we're gonna shuffle... I don't think I should bounce Illuge, so I'm just gonna do this. Actually, bouncing Illuge doesn't do anything, so no, I shouldn't do that. Okay. No end-step shenanigans. They did not respect the soft counter. That seems kind of insane to me. Wow. They just didn't respect that. That's nuts. Wow. Yeah, they just didn't respect the soft counter. They just sent the whole thing. Why? Like, you don't... They just sent the whole card. Alright. Yeah, these draw goes. Oh, man. I think a lot of people might not be used to playing draw go games because it's rather uncommon, I think, in this, especially in this format. And I am so comfortable in these spots. I love games like this. I love them. These draw goes. But yeah, that was probably the most notable mistake there. Now, I don't know the solved equation. This is probably the hardest spell that was cast this game, because there are a lot of options. This one, it kind of makes sense, right? Again, I don't know all the options, I don't know the hand, but that was definitely the hardest spell to cast in this game. It was just hard to see how that works. They also answered Brawl. I thought the game was over when this resolves, but then I forgot I could flash before they get to use the free blue. I can flash the Utter Insignificance in, and they don't get like a free protection spell out of nowhere. Awesome game. Okay, I was wrong about a few things with this deck. I said in the beginning that maybe if you don't go a Mana Rock route, Jace is probably pseudo off the table. However, it wasn't necessarily the case. There are some games where I could actually just cast it on turn 4, bounce their one creature or whatever, or if they have an empty board and it's like a mono black deck and I assume it's going to die or whatever, it's fine to just Brainstorm for 4 mana. I will say Brainstorm in my deck still makes a lot of sense to me, right? There's a lot of instances where you don't have Jace, or you just want to Brainstorm twice because you have a fetch land in your deck or something. It's just a really good card, so it protects you early from discard spells and whatnot. Having stranding all of your opponent's removal in hand is also pretty useful. So if I could maybe drop Brawl, I would be a bit less upset with all the removal they could or could not have and stuff like that. But I have so few creatures, and all of them are really good, that I think it's probably fine to just run out Brawl, right? Especially if it comes in on turn 2 or something, and it's fine if it dies, right? Your opponent's playing... If you're playing this on curve, and they have to kill it on curve, you've given yourself tempo where your opponent didn't do something else, right? And if they didn't spend their mana, well, then you might not have to cast it, and then your opponent just went a whole turn without spending their mana early. And that's also extremely useful. I will say the One Ring is probably how I die. That's why I didn't have it in this deck. I don't even think you really need the One Ring, because you have this in your command zone, and that draws more than enough cards, usually. You could run slightly more fetch lands, but any more than this, and all the fetch lands start to enter tapped, right? Or the land you find is tapped, and I really don't like the idea of that. But you could run a few more tap lands if you're fine with that, I think. But for the most part, not shuffling your Brainstorm isn't terrible, really. You can plus this on yourself and get rid of one of the Brainstorm cards. So, I don't know. I really don't want to get super adorable with the 0. It didn't even come close to ultimating. I don't think that was ever the case. If I was ever in a position where I'm plussing on my opponent, it's because I've stabilized. They probably don't have many cards in hand. My grip is full of things, and I'm manipulating the top of their deck so they can't draw out of what I'm doing. And that is going to make more sense to me than ever doing the -12, racing to that right away. The Invoke didn't do anything. I think Mass Manipulation did in the first game he played, which is funny. But I do like the gain control of random stuff. I did take out the cheaper quote-unquote ones. They seem to be the worst of the bunch. The worst of the bunch. And yeah, it's just mono blue, slow control. It's like the blue version of Davriel, I guess, with consistency, instead of just hoping Davriel doesn't give you, bad deals. It just felt like a blue Davriel, and I really, really like that. It leads to some fun games. Yeah, if you like counterspell spam into playing actually larger spells, it isn't just like Brawl or Tamiyo with all 2s and 3s and not really anything else, and you just win off the back of Brawl and Tamiyo. It's kind of cool to play a deck like this. I have played a deck like this before, and it's different enough from Illuge that I like it. I would probably play this over Illuge. It actually beat Illuge every time I played it. I don't know if that means this is better in that matchup or something, but it might be, because my commander is a lot harder to deal with than theirs, because theirs is a creature. So that gives you a huge edge there. And yeah, I like it. So let me know what you thought about it. I don't have a ton to say other than super fun, my kind of deck. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.